Is on Virginia Beach tonight with one of the tightest races for U.S. Congress there.
Yeah, we go to Alex Littlehales live in Windsor Woods, kicking off our coverage there.
Dan, Janet, you have mentioned this. Right now, Virginia Beach is at the center of not only local elections this election cycle, but the national politic scene. Right now, Virginia's second congressional district race between sitting Congresswoman Jen Kiggans and Democratic challenger Missy Cotter-Smossel is viewed nationally as one of the roughly dozen most competitive congressional races. The outcome of this could be a potential path forward for either party to take control of the U.S. House of Representatives. And just in the last couple of weeks, we have seen polls, the difference between these candidates narrowing down just before Election Day. Now, also locally on the table is the race for mayor here in Virginia Beach. So incumbent Mayor Bobby Dyer hopes to keep his seat, but he faces challenges from at least three other candidates, them having at least some kind of city council experience before. Though we have just checked in with the director of elections here in Virginia Beach. Close to 90,000 votes have been cast today on Election Day as of about 3 p.m. this afternoon, with a noted uptick in new voters and military voters. We have caught up with some of the voters here at the Windsor Woods precinct. This is what they say drove them out to Election Day.
They've seen the struggles the last almost 4 years of the economy, what it's done to my line of business, and how we've had many layoffs and so forth because of the economy, and the immigration and the border. It's been a huge talking point.
So our crew will be tracking the Republican candidates here in Virginia Beach. That includes Mayor Bobby Dyer as well as Congresswoman Jen Kiggans. We will have live updates throughout election night tonight. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
Okay, Alex, thanks. Now let's swing over to Portsmouth, where we find Marta Berglund. And Marta, you mentioned there weren't many actual lines late this afternoon, but what about earlier in the day at the polls?
That's right, Dan. We're here at Victory Life Fellowship Church, and I've been hearing from people who have been here all day, either poll workers or those campaigning for certain candidates, that there were longer lines this morning. And I did step inside a few minutes ago. There's a bit of a line inside, but nothing too bad out here. And I also heard from one woman earlier today who said, if I had known the lines would be so short on Election Day itself, I wouldn't have waited in line to vote early. I would have just come today. So there's that as we go through the day. Here in Portsmouth, of course, we have the mayoral race and also city council top of mind. 11 candidates vying for 3 city council races, and there's no districts here, so the 3 candidates with the most votes get those seats. And then we have the current mayor, the current vice mayor, and a political candidate, all vying for that mayoral seat. We heard from one voter as they headed in to cast their ballot this afternoon.
I think it's very easy. It's easy to do. All you're doing is just like jotting out, filling out the bubbles and stuff. Just make sure you're just looking to see you picking the right person, because if you don't, it's gonna go wrong.
Whatever that means to you. And this polling place is also in the middle of a residential neighborhood, so we've seen lots of people walking up to cast their ballot, lots of people bringing their kids to come vote, so we love to see that. We'll be heading out in just a few minutes to some of those mayoral watch parties, so we'll check in with you all in just a bit on the 13 News Now Plus app. But for now, live in Portsmouth, Marta Berglund, 13 News Now.
All right, Marta, thank you so much. We're going to check back in with you throughout the coverage tonight as results start to come in.
And stick with 13 News Now all night long for every local and congressional result. Just scan this QR code for the live results page. You can filter the page by key races or just to see the ones in your area. It's pretty neat. And our live team coverage of this election night continues on air and on our streaming platform, 13 News Now Plus. We'll have live updates from result parties across the region, plus our political analysts breaking down every impact of the elections.